Yeah, for today we are going to continue porting this block using the custom static site generator that we built for the past couple of things, which I named it as burrow. It is written in golang. Block using the custom static site generator that we built for the past couple of things, which I named it as burrow. So this current setup looks like on dev.meanco.com, and if you see, it has all related feeds in it. So newsletter is a feed, post is a feed. So those are the types of articles that I can write. And right now, I yesterday uploaded one of the newsletter, which was the latest one, and it has successfully able to load it from the database using. So there's one more issue which we can fix it today. We'll see how it goes, but there are a few certain issues that I'll fix on priority for the first things to do today. So this was edited or added into the database using this editor hosted on Netlify Cloud Functions. So if we use like the editor from this thing here, it won't work because that is a coarse error from Netlify. We cannot post using other domains, so that could be one issue to fix in this stream. But for the most part, we will be like doing some fine things to the blog, which is the aesthetics of it, and other things I think look good, at least work good, not look good, if that's a thing. Here we can improve the code blocks formatting. It's not really colorful and not pleasing as well, so that would be one thing to do. That is a simple CSS thing to do. The other thing is to add a blog image that I don't have right now, and yeah, I have added this as well yesterday, 21. And yeah, so one more thing which will be on the similar lines of the editor will be to add this metadata as a dynamic field where we can just, you know, like sort of get a key and a value there and have dynamic add button here that will just we can keep on adding fields like type as post or which post dir to save the file into and the date of the post, so on and so forth. So that is that. We can add those kinds of things there. So yeah, let's fix the things which are right now on the priority things. Okay. So I have also tweaked my system a little bit. I have removed a dock and now it is completely keyboard based, so I like that. Let's go into the new thing that we have created. It should be in blog and into github.io. So this is the latest one. This should be, I need to pull it up because the last night I had created the newsletter, and yeah, it has created this uh, last 12 hours I think. So here we are, and now I need to make change to this. So I'm not sure we want to make this a module, uh, because it's just a static site generator using those kinds of things. So it could be a package as well. But yeah, let's focus on other things, which is to filter out. Sorry. Yeah. So this, yeah, here we are doing some things which are wrong, which will be date 2 before date 1. Right? And then is it not enabled, or I think I had removed the server plugin. Did I? Let's see. No, it is still there. So what was the issue? Debian is there, right? So was it this okay, it was weird way, but yeah. So let's do localhost 3030 and let's see the newsletter if it appears there. Oh yeah, that looks good. That is perfect. The posts, however, I thought it was a little messed up. Yeah. So Vim for competitive program, I need to check what's happening there. Vim for competitive programming. The date seems to be right. What is wrong in there? Okay, why is it appearing as duplicate? Do we have it separately as well? That doesn't look like a disk duplicate. However, let's try moving the public folder. Why does that appear at the top? Let's remove it from here and let's keep it and at here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so definitely there is some issue with not with this. So it is issue with I suppose delete method. Yeah, it doesn't have the time in it. Let's rerun that. That should be good enough. Advent of code day 2. It does have the time, but there is still mhm. We are passing everything correctly. Go image URL, that is right. Let's now try this. Okay, definitely that is not the issue then. Let's try removing this. Okay, definitely that is a problem. How do we check that? It's either day 3 or day 2, right? No. Okay. But okay, now day 4 is here. What is this? So I'm not getting this. Something seems to be off with after day 2, so here did anything wrong? This seems fine. This is okay, this is also okay. Series description, image URL. Why does this doesn't have? No, it has. Okay. Let's remove one and see what happens. $2024 review now. The issue is either in the last date or something in date sorting part itself. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Okay, so let's add everything here. Okay, let's see if everything has. Oh, this one is not right. But it's a draft, so we can skip it. Those seems to be working as fine. Let's change this to this way and let's see if that fixes. But it's a draft, so it should not be causing the issue. Okay, still the same issues. We are getting day 2 at dash. So something would have happened at day 2 itself, right? Or at delete. What could be the issue here? Description 24 12 1 2045. What is the issue? Can we remove that? Maybe those are added at the same day. No, they are not added in the same way, so that is not in. Oh, no, wait. These are separate dates. Right? Now we didn't see day 2 and day 3. Okay, we cannot skip that. Weird issues. So let's take day 1 and I think let's see here itself. So what are we doing here? Sort slice SSG post function. Ensure correct parsing and handling errors. So we take the first 2 dates and okay, now it changed that to golang distribution in hello world, which is quite random at this point. So it's definitely a bug in this things. If error error 1 and error 2, nothing actually changed. Surprising enough. But there are 111 articles now, which is wrong. It has duplicated that. So I think if that is the case, then we just continue here. Or I should say, we can continue here. We can just return. Or rather, we can skip it here itself. If post dot front matter dot date uh, we can try it. Time dot parse. Let's be random that. Let's ask GPT what it can be done here. Rate me, or it has just gotten better. Little, not much. ChatGPT has just a little bit different. Okay, so before going to each of the posts, we can sort them. That also is not a bad idea. So we can now skip this and skip this as well. So default order does none descending order, the best first. Alright. Okay. That has fixed it maybe, no? No, it does not fixed it. Uh, so does this sort dot slice return anything? clone, right? Clone of SSG.posts and posts copy. This doesn't return anything. Then we can sort of get this SSG.post as post copy. Let's see if that fixes it. No. Date 1 before date 2. Okay, I think it is random order. So when enhancing movement speed. Right, let's remove this thing because that's why it might be causing that, not sure. It definitely should not, but just in case. I want to keep that, but never mind. Because it gives the user like the view to see what the offset is in the time zone. But it's not needed. I don't see any reason. Need is in the block generation really. If it was as any other critical application, then it would have been fine, but definitely not worth for static site generation. But there are too many of these. Let's see till, oh my god. It stopped. Right. Pip ENV, okay. So I think we had one. Yeah, this one. So here we can remove plus 530. Roll 05 delete, yeah. So we want to remove plus 0530. I think it is space and just completely remove that. So instead of posts, didn't remove it. Would a change plus 30, and why is it not changing it? Let's try it out once, see what happens. Nothing really happened. Just as these are in the right order till here. Rim tab. Definitely we are doing something wrong here. Nothing to do with that, I think. So, let's see if what we are comparing. So first we need to print out the SSG dot post font matter dot title, then everything. So if we run this and we see that for okay, it's only for the newsletter. If is it me or no, that is different, right? So why are we not reaching in here for the date? Did I mess up the date? Oh, let's see. That will have failed. Filter and find issues. These are. Oh, yeah, the date looks wrong. Absolutely wrong. At least for So if we see, even for advent of code, what is date 1 and date 2 really? Okay, building golang from source. This is a till. It's fine. Then for competitive programming, golang web delete method. You can see that date is completely wrong. So maybe uh, we can say do it till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10. Just do it till the 10th character and not everything else. Let's see if that works. Nope. Date 2, date 1. It's kind of weird now. Why is it so random? Okay, that is at least correct. Now it is able to pass those states at least. So I'm not seeing where this should be wrong now. Let's try to print what is the order of the states from dot println. Yeah, printing too many things, that's why I don't like this. Log dot um what is not sure. Log dot println first and last post title. Just let's print that thing. So just before we start here, we should have first and last post title. Let's oh, that will not be feed wise. That is interesting. Yeah, right here we have to do the sorting, right? So let's create one function actually, so that will be going inside here itself. Let's see, let's call it function sort posts. right, and return the posts. Okay, and instead of doing this everywhere, we'll just call it copy. So once that is done, we'll go into the function where, so now we get all the posts for the particular feed, and now we want to sort of sort those feed post list, and SSG dot feed posts will be that post copy, right? What is it? Oh, it's a models field. So what is this? It's a models dot feeds. Okay, interesting. So at this point, where do we have that? So feed post, let me go a little backtrack this. So we add it right here itself. So we can sort it before this, not here. Good call. So here we can give it, so we are doing it per feed, right? Feed post, so it will be post type and the post. So here we need to sort it right here. So it will be posts and yeah, that. So we'll call this posts. I think that should be it. Slices. So let's see. Yeah, that, I think it worked. Phew, that was pretty time consuming, but it worked in the end. We can make a flag to sort this however the user wants. But yeah, that was the issue. We were sorting on the wrong place. And that would be it, I believe. The other thing was, let's see. Yeah, so this was one issue where if I type in the URLs and these are not the URLs, so I think we need to fix that. I mean, you cannot just put in text like that, will be really obscure in a way. So let's see what it is. Alright, and I wanted one more thing. Let's quickly do that as well, which was in the static folder I have an index.html, and for some reason it has something off compared to this one. Let's see what was that. So I think I'm taking the am I taking any style sheet here? No, doesn't look like. So probably something to do with, yeah, this one, media responsive, and let's add it inside of this thing. So in the feed.html we are having all of these, but index, okay, let's see how that works. That is one thing. So it looks good on the this thing, but not on the UI. So on the like mobile devices. So this is one issue I believe. You know what that is? Or yeah, that is definitely not ideal. But if you see on one of the like links, it is proper, right? So what is like the overall style of it, which is making it responsive? Right. So let's actually take everything in here and add it directly. Won't matter much. Hmm. Pretty hard to get by. Let's try removing this, and there was one more body I remember. Yep. Let's remove this and check. Hmm. Are we inheriting anything? Oh yeah, this is probably the issue. Let's take it down maybe, or to wear it up. So style.css, what do we have in here? I don't see anything which is doing to the body. Correct. So what is that? It is getting messed up. Oh, okay, so those are repetitive ones. Let's actually remove them. We already have those. Just added a few more things. I think. Oh, that seems to have messed up quite a lot of things. Let's remove the public and then try it out. Maybe that would work. No, no. So let's remove everything. Let's keep as it was before. Right, and page. So remember, this index.html is a static file and it will render out in the render template. However, the issue seems to be something different. It is not. Let's copy the entire style of this default feed template and into index.html in style. Right. Let's see then. Why did it? That was not the right thing to do. Maybe it had editor things. It has editor things. So let's add one more style in here which will override that one. Let's see. Let's do a hard reload. Control function F5. Okay. See how this is perfect, right? Like by doing you can see and read the text properly. Like it is. Don't need to zoom in, like it's pretty readable as per the standards. But if you go to the home page, like it's very small. What is the issue here? Let's see. Which uh, which style is causing the body to not be responsive or mobile? It is very zoomed out for those types of devices. So it is right for the this one, yeah. So let's see what it gives. Your issue is actually caused by max with 18% over in the body style. Okay, this one I've gotten to add in every element, sorry, in every template, and it is suggesting to do a max width of 100%. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. That is good. That is what I expected. And yeah, there we are. So now I want the like mostly the final thing, which is major thing, to style this code blocks. So that could be, I think, maybe that has nothing to do with that thing because those will never have, uh, like where it is. It will never have this kind of styles in it. So maybe we can remove this, right? And let's check that then. Be sure that this still works the way it should. Okay, so that is working, and now let's check with that. So it will be in the post template, I believe. This is where we have the code, and let's feed into this. This is my feed, sorry, post template. I want to make the code blocks colorful and rich in terms of look and aesthetic. Make the changes in this to do that. Doesn't seem to be doing anything here except we added this line. Why is that even a thing? Like, that was much better before. Oh, really? Don't want that. Neither this nor that. Where is the copy button gone now? Uh, really, will that affect that? Like, that is just a single element. It should not affect that. But it does, okay. It's up to, I don't want the gradient button at least. Can I remove that? Okay, that's better. I hope it can copy the contents, right? Yeah, it is able to do that. But the code in the code blocks is still plain white. Does this have to do anything with how that is generated. So let's give it some content here. Let's copy element. We didn't add it here, did we? Oh, there we go. There we go. So good looking. What does it look like? That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see how does this look like. Maybe we can, or we don't want to do that. Can you change the theme of the code block based on the theme? Okay, it said it needs to add this. Let's add that. I don't think that should do anything, but never mind. And I think it's talking about this one. Very skeptical on that, but let's test it out anyways. So that script is that. We don't want to exit it, so let's keep that running right there. Okay, nice, nice. I don't see any issue with this. Okay, that has some delay in it, but never mind. I wonder what it looks like for Python related content. So I haven't written Python in quite a while. Let's see, where is Python? Yeah, this should have that. This is bash. Okay, this is Python. This is HTML. Okay. Python, I'm not able to like make this more readable, but it's fine. It's not worse. It's bad. Yeah, it's good, not bad. Like at least the import statements are correct. That is fine, I think. Let's see what else syntax do we have. We have Python. It's better to go into tags. Oh, this will be bad. Let's do SQL. Not bad either. Git Docker. Yeah, let's see Docker. It should identify Docker as something, right? Docker is a Django project. No, it's not able to identify Docker as. Why didn't do this thing? Maybe it doesn't have the tag in it. It's fine. Why did it squish to the left? Here it is right, but that is wrong. So I believe we changed it here. How will it change that? Padding? Oh, padding cannot be that reason, right? That also can't be the reason. So either it's body or is it something different? Does it really help? I'm skeptical about that. I don't think that will work. But let's try. Okay, that is back. Okay, that didn't affect this. Let's see. Responsive. Yeah, it's fine, I believe. Not bad. I like it. Okay. One final aesthetic, since we are here, was in the newsletter I had a couple of quotes and was not able to do that. So let's see. Add styling for quotes in Markdown. Better. I think I'll add it. Where? Let's create something called extras.css. Oh, let's not do that. It will overcomplicate things. but I do want it everywhere. We are not importing the style sheet yet here, right? So for now we can just add it right here. No big deal, but that looks bad. The CSS for this site is pathetic. Okay, that is actually not bad. That is really good. Absolutely good. Okay. That looks good. Yeah, I mean that is fairly it, I believe. Okay, now what I want to do else. Yeah, let's think about the course error since we are here. So if I had to, let's push this changes first. Nothing should be pushed here because I'm not adding any post. So get add. What did we do? We changed a few things here. One thing is just sneeze. Okay, we added that. I don't want to do anything. Let's do that. That's not gonna affect anything. But I do want to sort of revert these changes. Pretty repetitive stuff. I need to find a shortcut for this. Like search and replace in multiple files within the folders. Can do that with rip grep, I believe. But little scary at times. I think this should be the last one. Nope. Yeah. So let's add main.co. We added posts. We changed the static files. We did some changes in templates. That's it. Git status, git and I believe that is it. Let's see what is the diff. So we do that. What is bash? Oh, git commit. Alright. Now let's close this and focus on the editor, because if I inspect it, go into the network tab, let's title as test, type is a till, let's make it thoughts, reads my thoughts, thinking about cause issue in Netlify. Cloud functions, and let me so if I submit it, you will see it as a course error. I can't show you the payload because it will have sensitive information, but the response is not there somehow. So let me go into Netlify. So it should not crash. How to stop these things? So let us provide the context to GPT. For that I'll need to go into this, and in main.go we can provide this, and we also need to provide the editor template, I believe, because that is where we are sending the URL. It seems to suggest that we are only sending this on the options method and not on every other method. But so where are we calling JSON response? Wherever we need to send that. So I think it's really called in a few places. Let's try this. First, let's verify our changes first. Okay, those are changes are ready. Let's get add netlify functions. Try one. Let's see how many takes it takes. Alright, let's test it out once again. It should be live. Why am I here? Oh, that is weird. Didn't expect that. So let's submit, and the cursor invalid payload here. Let's see this one. This will be quick. So I think what we were doing is we were so here it has reached it till here, which means two things. This could be not HTMX request, because you can see here it could have been okay. So let's hit it from here as well. Correct, that will give us better idea. So let's do test type as thoughts, post dir as thoughts, thinking about cause error in netlify. Okay, that responded pretty quickly, but if you check here it is true, but here it was not. So that confirms my hypothesis, which is that here the request is not even getting sent from HTMX, it is being blocked at the options level itself, which is this case. So we are getting some other issue here. Okay, so if that is the case, why there are two issues, there are two requests. So strict when cross origin. This log statement is revealing a lot of things, but never mind. So the request from GitHub pages does not include the origin header, which is crucial for course. Request for Netlify does include origin, making it a same origin request. Okay, GitHub pages request is sick fetch site none. This suggests the cross-site request with explicit origin. Netlify request and query request made for same domain. Okay, since GitHub pages send request without origin, Netlify functions may reject or not handle the request. Okay. So possible solutions. Modify Netlify functions for our request from dev. Yeah, that is we are already doing that. Should not be an issue. Try sending the manual origin header in your call request. Since we have the curl, this might be a good option, I think. Let's see. I have exposed that password, but it is nothing big deal, right? I can change the password. No one is trying to hijack my website. If anyone is. So we are calling that. Using that referral, we want these things here. Okay, authentication failed, that is okay. Interesting. Very interesting. This fixes that. But how do I add it in the code request from HTML template? Okay, so inside of editor template, we are sending a hx post. We can specify those inside here. It is it's suggesting to do. I am not certain. I need to refer to the documentation first. Let's see HTMX. Search for hx headers. Okay, that seems to be at least correct. but it is like that's correct. Yeah, that is correct. Maybe that will work. Maybe that won't work. To find out, we need to add the templates. We'll just try hashtag 2. Let's not change that. And let me clear the DB because I don't want that post to be into my database setup. We are already logged in if I'm wrong. Okay. Wait, what was that warning? You currently access to higher field limits until April 1st is not far away. What that means I don't even know. I'm not for it. That is fine. Yeah, let's open this up and remove the last added post. Family. Oh, how did we add 2 posts? Oh yeah, one with the call and one with that. Okay, makes sense. Let's see now. So here we are. This has deployed it. Hopefully the cloud functions will also be deployed. We have not made any change in the cloud function, that is fine. I'm losing my mind over it. So we need to reload the template. And let's add the testing test type thoughts post dir thoughts course. Okay. It didn't set that. That will be quite tricky. Let's see the logs. So authentication. This one was when 21. It is 26. That is not the one. So it's still a course issue. Okay, to confirm that thing, let's do one thing. Let's remove this. Here it should show course error, but no. Quite weird. Mhm. Actually, you know what? GPT is dumb. Let's ask Claude. Come on. I am a little bit scared. So the key change in the console is function access control. That is already there, right? Like what did it change really? Content type is application slash JSON. Access control allow origin, style, methods, post and options. Content type authorization. That's it. The content. Claude is even dumb. Oh, okay. So first we'll reach here, and we know that we got the lock still here, but it was not HX request, so it was blocked. Oh. Okay, let's do that. Let's not use HTMX. Use fetch instead of HTMX and test. Okay, so instead of this form here, replace this with this, right? Yep, this is the form, and let's indent it properly. So that will be the form, and here is the script. So let's add the script down here. Shouldn't be a big deal. Let's test this. Hold on. So first I need to make sure that we can pass this. Can we will be able to pass that? I don't think so. Should be this way. No, that should not be that way. This is a HTML template for golang. So will that be replaced in the script tags? I am not certain about it. Let me go run main.co vim public editor, and I think I have index.html. Let's see if that replaces it. That looks incorrect. Or is it? It replaced, but that changed the URL. It is wrong, right? Okay, so it seems that it is correct according to it, so never mind. Uh, what? Okay, try 3. That is now done via fetch. There are no issues. Network. Okay. Wait, it indeed gave a 200. So request values for this and this. Okay, this one looks at least much more verbose. However, in the response headers we have got let's look at this. Okay, this is little weird to me. Like we got the request. So did it save in the database is a question. Oh, it saved it in the DB. However, we got like why was it was wrong, right? Like the response is empty for some reason. However, that indeed worked. So what do I consider this? That is a little awkward. Maybe because it is set up in a way that we are only allowing a checks request. So we are here, and that was not true. So we should not be executing it. Correct? Headers on those and payload is that. Okay, we still have a else option here. We unmarshal the request. Oh, okay. Yeah, it could be a JSON request as well. And then it is a payload. So we print the payload. Uh, get the user. We authenticate the user. It should be good enough. Plugins create post payload. And so we send the request to the create the database. Sorry, create like the construct the post object, and then actually send the query, which will be actually calling the database for that. And once that is done, we are sending a JSON response. However, we are so at least after this there's some database connection or that thing, but it failed on maybe responding back, I assume. So let's try removing this and check. Right, because that could interfere with that. Let's remove that, otherwise it will unnecessarily post it. Okay, so let's say didn't. Now we should not change any of this because we have not changed anything on the form on the front end. We just have changed the cloud function. Oh, wait a second. I am a little dumb right now. We are using a different my bad. So here we are responding with that. So let's, oops. Actually, we should set up the same way where we have set it up on that edge, so that we can do later on. But for now, we did change this, and this looks like it. We already had that over there, so I think that is what we changed here as well, right? Get add okay, thankfully I didn't commit it. Okay, now it should be fixed. Alright, let's check out the deployment here. It's building. Uploading. Okay, it has deployed it successfully, because if it was fail, it will just fail and not upload the artifacts built from that. Okay, it has completed the deployment, and let's just hit this API. Okay, boom. Well done, GG, well played. Maybe we can try HTMX. I have the itch to try HTMX. I'm a little stubborn, but let's test. Get the templates anytime. Get the staged. We did what? We just whatever. Revert to HTMX to test the changes. Let's see, I think HTMX is the culprit here. This you don't need to check, it was already added. Right, yep. And okay, here. It's still deploying. Okay, it has built it and now deploying it to GitHub pages. That should be quick. Oh, we need to reload this. Type thoughts post dir quotes and cost issue probably due to HTMX. Let's see. Admin. I have literally pronounced the password without saying it. Yeah, it is HTMX. Okay. HTMX. Why? Why HTMX? Okay, anyways, so that is working, and we have made everything on this thing. Okay, so two things here. We need to deploy this from the current repo itself. That is fine. It could be anywhere else as well. But now the other thing, the other steps, so I'm wrapping it up here, but the other steps could be to do a few things, which is edit the post and delete the post. This is a little tricky. Not tricky, but yeah, it needs to be done with a bit more checks needs to be added on top of this. These are the two things which we can do. And one more interesting thing I'm looking in the next week is adding images. So we can do this tomorrow and adding images also, I should say media files in the form called editor. So for images, it is pretty straightforward. I need to do one experiment with it, which is base 64 encoding. For videos, I don't know. It could also be PDFs, embeds. I don't know. So yeah, this is a little tricky, but if we are calling burrow and CMS plus SSG, then we need to take care of this as well. So that is that, and I think that would be it. We already have most of the things ready to go, which is the home page, feed generation, uh, tagging. So tags is a little haywire, but oh, why is it? The tag or tags? Yeah, maybe it is not there. Okay, it's fine. Then we have editor working. You can just edit. I should say it's editor, but it's not editing the post. It's just adding the post right now, but that is fine. It is adding the post. It is able to sync up with the database. That is one important thing which was able to solve with cron job using GitHub Actions. Yeah, that is what we have implemented right now, and I think I'll leave it here. It was a nice session. We did a lot of things. We let's see. We tweaked a few things. We made the UI a little consistent on the mobile as well, and we improved the code blocks. So right now you see the code blocks, they look a little more neat compared to what it was before, and also we improved the codes that you can see right here. So those are the things that improved today. Yeah, that is it for today. Let's see you tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.